Have you ever noticed in the mainstream media, you know, this sort of thing, you're watching the news and you kind of think, right, ask the question, the sort of question that we all want to know, whether it be a visiting dignitary, prime minister, political person, and you think, yeah, come on, never mind all of that, get in with the question. But of course, a lot of people don't realise exactly how the mainstream media works, and in particular the ones over here in the United Kingdom. You see, recently we had re-voted back in after a 14-year absence the Labour Party, fronted of course by the Right Honourable Sir Keir Starmer. And really, 100 plus days in, it's been an unmitigated disaster. One scandal after another, freebies, lies, cheating, all of that sort of stuff. Everything that they attacked the previous government for. But here's where it gets now more interesting, because quite frankly, it seems strange to think that they will survive. And if they do survive, this will be all down, of course, to their chums in the mainstream media. Let me explain. Morning, good to see you. Thank you so much as ever for your time today. Lovely to have your company. It's a thing really that happens in any level of media, let me tell you, because if you do certain things, you're terminated, axed and never re-invited. The sort of things you see, when people are promoting films, film junkets, and if you don't stick to the plot and maybe dare ask, say, Mark Wahlberg, what does he eat for breakfast? Well, that's not on the script, so you could be put on the naughty step. You see what I mean? This is how it goes. But recently over here, our current Chancellor of the Exchequer, Rachel Reeves, has been accused of fabricating and being more economical with the truth with her own CV. She claims she's an economist. Other people who allegedly worked with her are saying that she was nothing more than a few ranks up from a bank teller, that type of thing. And it's caused a colossal sort of amount. You can understand that this thing is being taken very seriously. But of course, while it's all the rage on digital platforms and other things, nobody in the mainstream media is daring to ask Rachel Reeves this question. And a few people have interviewed her. In fact, only on Friday over here, the British broadcaster GB News had a sit down with that particular individual. Why didn't they ask, the People's Channel exactly what's the story behind this? Well, what I can tell you is this, you see, that the bottom line is, if you dared to bring that up, and this was reiterated, I'm told, behind the scenes, you're not allowed to mention that. That's just scurrilous gossip, doesn't need fetching up. It's nothing to do with the story in hand. So that particular reporter either plays ball, or simply worse than that, they refuse to do the interview, and long term, they will then sort of, how can I put this nicely, blacklist the channel. Some people might say that's a blessing. Less of Rachel could be a bonus for many people. Now, this is a woman who's been caught out on many different occasions, lying about things, plagiarism, all that sort of stuff. But seemingly, nobody wants to ask about the very big question, the biggest question that really affects every single person. This is a woman in charge of our money who's cut the winter fuel allowance, and more importantly now is going to sink many businesses, allegedly, into oblivion. So what's the true story behind her alleged, economic background? And it should be revisited, and it should be asked, literally live on screen. So why aren't they? Now, as I said, can all of them be truly frightened of being banned from all those number 10 Downing Street press conferences? Or is there something more sinister going on behind the scenes? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.